Good morning, Colfax. It's been another busy week on campus with lots of exciting action in the fall playoffs and, as always, a campus bustling with story opportunities. Joining me today to share some of those stories with you is Gavin.
Thanks, Kylie. It's good to be on the CTV desk with you, and I am particularly excited to see Dom Herrera's story about two bands emerging on campus.
Anya Gagnie dives into the world of Dungeons & Dragons.
And Nies takes a look back at the last event in October.
Welcome to the show. This past Friday night, the football playoffs came to Colfax featuring a thrilling mashup with the defending state champions, the Argonaut Mustangs. If you missed this instant classic, here are the highlights.
Cannon Tomlin's 26-yard game-winning field goal on Friday night capped another magical moment in Colfax football playoff history. If it wasn't for an incredible defensive effort and a heavy dose of thunder and lightning, Cannon Tomlin and Malachi Thompson, that game-winning field goal would not even have been a possibility. The Mustangs shocked the Falcons, scoring on their first drive of the game and followed it by marching down the field to go up 14-0. The Falcons gathered themselves and scored late in the second quarter to make the score 14-7. But the Mustangs broke free for another touchdown with under a minute to go to make it 22-7. Coach Stowers and his coaching staff had their work cut out for them, and on their first drive of the third quarter, kept the ball on the ground with Thompson and Tomlin driving the field for a statement touchdown. It was time for Tommy Baldoni's defense to stand up, and they did. The defense completely shut down the Argonaut run game that had gouged the Falcons for 242 yards in the first half and held them to no second half points, giving the offense a chance to score again with a Thompson run and eventually set up Tomlin's field goal try with no time on the clock.
It's Tomlin.
With this thrilling win, the Falcons will move on to play number 3 Orastemba next Friday in the quarterfinals.
Just one of those games you have to be there to completely appreciate how exciting it was. And we would like to shout out Mr. Devine for his incredible video, making that highlight possible. Simultaneously, on Friday, both the girls and boys cross-country teams were running at the subsections. The boys punched their ticket to the section championship as a team, and seniors Logan Biddle and Joey Petrillo both medaled, placing in the top 25 of some 200 runners.
And on the girls' side of the ledger, Colfax's top 5 runners all placed in the top 8, winning the Division IV subs. Jessie Redding won the race outright by nearly 30 seconds and broke the 2006 CHS 3-mile record by over 20 seconds. The buzz about the Colfax women's cross-country team is officially sweeping the section as they move on to the championships on November 12th in Folsom as the number 1 ranked team.
And our girls have won on that Folsom course already this season, Kylie. This is very exciting. In women's golf, sophomore Malia Gustafsson joined the best golfers in the entire section in all divisions, all battling for 4 spots to the NorCal Championship. Malia shot a blazing hot 73 at the reserve in Stockton and came up just 4 strokes short of a bid to NorCal's. I feel like I need to help put this in perspective. Malia is competing against all women golfers in all divisions across the entire section and finished tied for 5th as an individual. The top 4 go on to take on the entirety of Northern California.
I know we say age does not matter, Gavin, but Malia is only a sophomore, and I feel like we are witnessing something very special. Congratulations on a great season, Malia.
Sports are big on the Colfax campus, but it's only one of the many things our students are involved with at school and in their free time. Dom Herrera ventured out to connect with 2 groups of students that have formed bands and are bringing their music to the public.
Two very different Colfax bands have formed on campus and taken their instruments to the stage where they have performed for live audiences in the Placer County area. Rumi Shimada and Sari Jamieson have recently been performing at a small cafe in Roseville and recording in the studio. Lucid, a thrash metal band made up of Giovanni Taylor, Caleb Green, Cooper Bess, and Colfax graduate Nate Salato, have been practicing and playing and have a demo in the works. Rumi and Sarah have been playing their original music since September of this year, after Rumi suggested that they play some of his original songs. They did, and now the duo is working on perfecting them. Both musicians hope to keep making music that can inspire and relate with their audience, whether it be the soothing sounds or lyrics.
I feel like it's really good to play with as many people as you can and get that more experience playing with other people. And obviously I get that with Rumi. We get to play all the time, so.
I think we want people to, or at least for me, I like it when people are able to relate to my music, like maybe the lyrics or the emotion that I kind of instilled in it when I was writing it.
Their music is unusual. It captures your attention and keeps you thinking about it all day. The music is built in a unique way that makes it hard to put in a single genre.
Part of that is because I didn't start with a very good understanding of song structure and genre and style, and so I just started writing things, and so it has kind of a uniqueness to it that you won't find in your classic categories of music.
Currently, they are teaching a friend to play bass for some of the songs and hope to add them to their live performances. Last week, on Thursday, Rumi and Sarah performed at a cafe called The Fig Tree in Roseville, and have performed there multiple times these past couple of months. They plan to keep performing and posting on music platforms like Spotify, SoundCloud, and Bandcamp. You can find out where they're performing next on their Instagram at Rumi Shimada Music. Lucid has been playing for 1 year together, and got their start when Giovanni Taylor reached out to Caleb Green to start playing. Their next piece was a bassist, Cooper Bess, who did not play bass until the duo called him up and offered to teach him. The last piece was Nate Salato, who they connected in Mr. Wilkinson's guitar class and asked him if he would pick up the drums. Nate did, and after lots of practice, Lucid was born and played their first live gigs this past month. The band is determined and pushes through challenges like distance, time, and even more serious problems like their bassist having a broken arm to keep building their group. Lucid takes inspiration from metal bands like Slayer, Megadeth, and Pantera that emphasizes on loud, deep guitars with fast drums and quick changing tempos.
A lot of our songs aren't just super straightforward. They got a lot of parts, and I think we just started doing that because we didn't really know how to write songs. We just try to make them as hard as possible so people think they're cool.
Currently, the band is finding time and making it a priority to make new songs, record, and line up new gigs.
Well, we got a show in December with, some Bay Area bands, Malpractice and Sporadics. They're super good thrash bands. Oh yeah, we got an EP coming out pretty soon. Hopefully on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, everything.
If you would like to keep up to date with Lucid, you can follow them on their Instagram at LucidBandOfficial. Don't miss out on the chance to see some new and upcoming bands and help spread the word and witness them grow. I'm Dom Herrera with camera op Tessa Acker and editor Kylie Powell.
Thanks for shedding some light on these talented and motivated Falcons. On Sunday, November 20th, my fellow cheerleaders and I will be hosting a spaghetti dinner at the Sierra Vista Center. Tickets are $25 for a night of music, food, and an auction. We would love to have you and your families join us, or you can even order to go.
Sounds like fun, Kylie. And dinner out is always a hit for whoever does the cooking in your house, so scan the QR code for tickets or purchase from a cheerleader.
Nearly every Flex Walk, there are opportunities to sign up to do interesting things once your classes are in order. One of those opportunities is going to a club meeting or activity. At TTV, we are going to try and get out and see what's going on in the world of clubs. And in our first installment, reporter Anya, Gagnie shines some magical light on the Dungeons & Dragons Club.
Behind me is the room that houses the D&D or Dungeons & Dragons Club. The club's popularity and community have grown immensely through the years. Let's go take a look.
All the people are really nice and they make it really easy to get accustomed.
D&D is a tabletop role-playing game created way back in 1974. With only a character sheet and some imagination, you and a group of friends can bring any magical story to life.
I like it a lot. It's a good place to be because I get to find people that are interested in the same thing as I am.
With player experience ranging from brand new to over 6 years, sometimes you have to reach out for some help.
Well, my friend Matthew helped me get my character all together, and so that was really nice of him because I had literally no idea how to do it. And then he was like, oh, you do this and this and this, and that was really helpful.
With over 40 members now in the club, the president, Liliana Chapelis, has watched the growing club flourish.
Really interesting because I can see a lot of people struggling and panicking, and I can see when I was a new player in them, and it's really interesting because once they start figuring it out and getting it, it's really cool to see other players get used to the game and learn how to do it like I did when I was a new player.
D&D's infinite possibilities and element of luck bring the fun to every session.
I mean, it's a cool experience where you can get together with pretty much just a bunch of friends and just do an adventure pretty much.
Something like a snap of a finger, something that sounds like that turns on, and all the lanterns are replaced with bright purple blue torches that catch on and go.
If you want to join the club, email Mrs. Baruso so she can get you into the Flex for Friday meetings. Reporting for CTV, I'm Anya Gagnie with camera op and editor Liz Moulton, signing off.
Thank you, Anya. And in our next club spotlight, reporter Gwen Sinor will collect with the culinary club and see how a young club finds success and grows.
Last week, to celebrate Halloween, Colfax Students Leadership hosted the annual costume contest so that students could show off their Halloween costumes on the runway.
The inspiration behind the event is to get everyone involved and in the holiday spirit for Halloween. We hope to achieve that we will see people having fun and celebrating Halloween and dressing up and just having a good time all around.
With 5 different categories to place themselves in, students were given the chance to return to the childhood feel of dressing up. Whether or not contestants won or lost in their category, it was agreed to have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, the costume contest was super fun to be a part of. Really, for anyone who wants to be in it, thinks they should, or maybe thinks they shouldn't, you should totally try it.
In the end, a hot dog, Powerpuff Girls, and a sci-fi death angel highlighted a contest that will return next year to give students the opportunity to join in on the fun. Reporting for CTV with camera op Lucas Allen and editor Miles Lorang, I'm Mason Nies.
What is Nordic ski? Nordic ski is cross-country skiing and racing.
Compared to alpine skiing, I would say that Nordic skiing involves a lot more terrain. Like when you're a Nordic skier, you typically go on more flats, you ski up hills, you go on trails, stuff like that.
The Colfax Nordic ski team races all over California. They race in various places in Tahoe and have even raced at Mammoth Mountain for the state championship.
The Nordic team, we have a lot of fun. Throughout the summer, we've had some dryland training, hikes up in the mountains. We climbed up to Castle Peak, so that was a ton of fun. I just love the team aspect of it.
The Nordic team practices on the mountain on Wednesdays, races on Fridays, and have longer training sessions on the mountain on Sundays. It's a great opportunity for Colfax students to travel around California, and Colfax High School is one of the few schools that features Nordic skiing.
Nordic skiing is for everyone. It doesn't matter what skill level you're at, you can join, and what's great about it is that it's something you can do as a lifetime sport.
If you are interested in joining, you can contact Coach Doug Thorley at dougthor@infostations.com. For CTV, this is Lucas Allen with camera op Trey Tapia, signing off.
Yesterday, sign-ups for the annual Powerpuff Boys volleyball tournament started. So girls volleyball players that want to coach, make sure to sign up at lunch. And boys who would like to represent their class, sign up too.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Colfax. Next week we investigate how leaders are trying to solve the lunch line issue.
Reporter Kylie explores the benefits of the performance trading class.
And reporter Will Lerma kicks off our winter sports preview with the boys basketball team. Until then, I'm Kylie Powell for Gavin Heck. Have a great day, Colfax.